How are you? Happy Friday. It's so good to see everybody. My name is Mr. Paul, and welcome to Art Day. We are going to have so much fun making art together today. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get started. So go grab whatever art supplies that you have. It doesn't matter. You can make art with anything. So go get some stuff and we're going to get started, okay? Let me take down my Art Day with Mr. Paul sign. Put it over here. All right. So how are you guys doing this week? Anybody do anything interesting? I was feeling a little sick earlier this week. I had just a cold, nothing serious, but I was a little sniffly and I had a sore throat. Wasn't feeling very good. And now I'm feeling great again. And you know how when you feel a little sick and then you get better, it makes you just really appreciate feeling good? That's how I feel today. I am so happy to be here and to be feeling good and to be able to make art with you guys today. So let's get started. I don't want to waste any time. I've got myself a giant piece of paper here. You guys don't have to work this big. You can work on normal size paper. You can work on anything you want. Today, I thought it would be fun to make some fun collage faces. What does that mean? Do you remember what a collage is? If you've been watching some of our other videos, you might know that word. A collage is when you take a bunch of different things and combine them together to make a picture. So what I thought we could do is just take some different pieces of paper and draw different facial features on them. So maybe on one piece of paper, we'll just draw an eye. And on another one, we'll draw a mouth. What else is there? Ears. Yes, we could draw ears, a nose, whatever you want. If you want to draw somebody that has other stuff like a unicorn's horn, you can. You could draw crazy hair, anything you want. It's your art, but just get a bunch of paper that you can draw on, and we're going to start by just drawing individual things, and then we'll cut them out and we'll make a face out of it, kind of like putting together a puzzle. Okay? You ready? This is going to be so much fun. I'm really excited. I'm going to take my big paper and set it off to the side for now because we don't need that just yet. And I'm going to start. I have just a whole bunch of construction paper over here that I'm going to use. So I'll start with this green one. And I have scissors, but sometimes I like the way it looks just to tear it. So I'm going to tear this paper in half. And I'm going to start by drawing a big eye, okay? You can draw anything you want, like always. You know there's no rules in art. I've got my oil pastels here. That's kind of the same thing as crayons. So if you have some crayons or colored pencils or markers, like I said, you can use anything you want. It doesn't matter. We're just going to have fun making art together today. All right, I've got a purple pastel, and I'm going to use that to draw a big eye. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to draw a big, wide open eye first. Can you guys see my eye? Well, it kind of looks like a fish right now, doesn't it? But just wait. Once we add this and this, maybe I'll fill that in. A little sparkle. Now it's an eye, right? I'm going to color it in too. If you want to go ahead. A lot of times you don't color until you're all finished with the drawing. But today we're just going to break all the rules. I don't really think that there are rules in art anyway, so you can just do whatever you want. But think about all the different parts of a face, whether it's the different facial features or like the forehead, or maybe if I was drawing a picture of myself, I might draw my beard. Think about who you want to draw. You could draw yourself. You could draw a friend. You could draw one of your parents, or you could do a little bit of everyone. You could draw one person's eye, and you can draw somebody else's nose, and piece it all together. This is going to be really fun. All right, so I have one eye here. Let me finish coloring in the white part. Okay, I like that eye. I think that turned out pretty good. What do you think? I see you. All right. So after you finish one piece, then just set it off to the side. We're going to have a whole pile of different facial features, a whole pile of things, and then we'll put it all together, piece it together like a puzzle. Okay? You see where we're going with this? Now, one thing that I like to do sometimes when I'm making a collage is draw on something that already has some stuff on it. I think that can sometimes be really interesting. So I tore some pages out of an old magazine because I like just having the background with some words. If you don't have an old magazine to use, that is okay. Even if you don't have construction paper, just use white paper. That'll be just fine. You use whatever you've got, but I just like showing you all the different options. So I'm going to tear my magazine page down a little bit. I wonder what that article was about. Oh, well, now it's going to be about art. Okay, and I think on this one, I'm going to draw a nose. Okay, let me find some good nose. I'll start with black and I'll just draw a nose on here. When I draw noses, every artist has their own tricks for how they draw stuff. But when I draw a nose, I usually start with a U shape, kind of the letter U. And then I draw the little nostrils on each side. Now, you don't need to copy me. You draw it your own way. I'm just showing you what I do. And then I put the little sides to the nostrils over here. Like that. Let me draw up a little bit. There we go. Instant nose. That's kind of a big nose, huh? Yep. Now let's color it in. What color do we want this nose to be? You don't have to use normal colors. You can use any colors you want. I'm going to make my nose yellow. I don't know why. That's just the first color that jumped out at me. And see how it looks kind of cool when you draw in color on top of something that already has some stuff on it, like the words from that article. I think that looks pretty neat. Okay, let's see here. Just put a little more color over here just because I feel like it. Have any of you ever heard of a style of art called Cubism before? Cubism is a whole movement of art. One of the most famous Cubist artists, I bet that you've heard of him, his name was Pablo Picasso. And when you look at a Cubist painting, whether it's by Picasso or somebody else, what you'll notice is they are showing you how something looks from lots of different angles all at once. So if you see a Picasso painting, sometimes you'll see a nose that's coming like you're seeing it from the front, but you might see an eye from the side. You might see a mouth over here, and it looks really weird and crazy, but it also looks kind of cool. So if I was a Picasso painting, my eye might be down here, my nose might be up here, or off to the side. You can put it anywhere you want. The idea is to show you how something looks from lots of different angles. So maybe when I draw another eye, I'll try drawing it from the side next time instead of from the front. Let me pick out a different color. I'll use blue this time. Tear it down a little bit. And I'm going to try to be like Picasso. Well, we have the same first name. His first name is Pablo, and that's Paul in Spanish. Mr. Pablo. All right, I'm going to draw another eye now. You draw whatever you want. Like I said, I always remind you of that, but I really want to make sure you believe me. You don't have to draw what I draw. We're just here hanging out together, making art together, but you do your own thing. All right, I'm going to draw. I've got to peel a little bit off of my crayon here first. Sometimes Mr. Paul wears out his oil pastels very quickly, but it's okay. You just peel off a little bit of that paper, and then you've got so much more to work with. You can do that with regular crayons too. All right, I'm going to try drawing an eye. Instead of drawing my next eye from the front like this, I'm going to draw it from the side. So when you see an eye from the side, you see it a little bit rounder where the eyeball is. And I'm going to draw the pupil over here. And we'll just make some eyelashes so it's real obvious what that is. There we go. Instant eye. Can you see? Can you see? All right, I'm going to color this one in now too. Let's see what I've got here. Oh, well, that's not working. Hold on. All right. Let's see. This is the problem when you have too many choices. I just like sit here and look at all of them and I don't know which one I want to use. But I'm going to go with this. Okay. I'm going to do black on the inside and maybe go over the eyelashes a little bit. Maybe put some eyelashes on the bottom too. Gorgeous. Now, what color should the eye be on this one? It doesn't have to be the same as the other. We can do anything we want. I think I'm going to make this one green. Okay. Gorgeous. And I'm going to color in a little bit of the skin. And I feel like making this part of the skin pink. Don't know why. Sometimes, you know, an artist, you just get an idea and you might not even know why you pick a certain color. But if it feels right to you, then it's right. That's all that matters. So use whatever colors you want, wherever you want. Don't worry if that's the color that you think it's supposed to be or not, because that doesn't matter. All right, I'm getting quite a little collection of facial features here. What am I missing? So this person, so far, they can see, they can smell. We'd better give them a chance to be able to talk and eat, huh? So let's do the mouth. What color do I want to do it on? Oh, this might be interesting. I'm going to try doing it on a black piece of paper. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it shows up. Okay. I like a good experiment, especially when it works. So cross your fingers. All right, I'm going to draw a mouth, and I'm going to make this mouth smiling because Mr. Paul is very happy today. So let's see here. This is my way of drawing mouths. You don't have to draw it this way. That is a big, happy mouth, huh? Put some teeth in there. Let's see. Make it pink. And it doesn't matter if the size of it is right compared to everything else. Sometimes these kinds of fun face collages are actually more fun if things are all different sizes, if they don't really look like they belong together. I think it makes it a little bit more interesting that way. So don't worry about making it perfect. Oh, Mr. Paul just broke his oil pastel. I got too excited. There we go. That's all right. That is a big, happy mouth, huh? Little crooked. Let me see if I can fix that. If not, we'll just leave it crooked. There we go. Ah, beautiful. And I'm gonna put, you know how sometimes with the light hits someone's mouth, there's a little bit of a highlight on it, especially if it's somebody who's wearing lipstick. But even without lipstick, so I'm just gonna put a little highlight down here. Ah, nice. Look at that. Now that is a happy mouth, isn't it? Okay, so we've got eyes, nose, mouth. Now you don't have to just do one of each thing. If you want to draw 4 mouths, 6 noses, you can. In fact, it's kind of fun to do that, and I'll show you why in a little bit. So I'm going to do another mouth now. Let's see here. What color haven't I used yet? Okay, I'm going to do another mouth, only this time I think I'll make the mouth a little bit more serious. No big smile on this one. Just a normal looking mouth. But let's color it an interesting color. That might be fun. I think I'm going to make it, if I've got one, purple. Why not? Purple mouth. Maybe they just ate a big purple popsicle. Have you ever done that? Eaten a popsicle that was a certain color and then your lips turned that color? We're going to say that's what happened to this person. Okay, let me find my white because I want to do my little highlight again. You know, I've got to do my little trick. There we go. Beautiful. All right, now we have 2 different mouths to play with. And I'm going to tear this down just a little bit. You don't have to. You can keep it on the full paper if you want, but that way there's just not as much extra space around it. Just be careful you don't tear your picture. Purple mouth. Okay, so I have 2 mouths, 2 eyes. What else? Eyebrows. We need some eyebrows. You can tell a lot about somebody's expression by what their eyebrows are doing, too. It's kind of interesting when you just break it down and draw one part of a face to see if you can still get across that person's emotion. Like, you can definitely tell there's a difference between the emotion of this person and this person, can't you? So let's draw some eyebrows now. I'm going to do another page from my magazine. I'll just tear a few strips here. And let's think about what eyebrows look like when they're making different expressions. Here, I've got 4 different strips. So that's 4 different eyebrows we can do. Let's see, I'll use this black or brown, whatever it is. Okay. First, let's just make one that's kind of like a normal eyebrow. Although, what is normal, right? Everybody's eyebrows are a little bit different. Some are thin, some are thick, some have big hairs that stick out. So draw your eyebrow however you want. Okay, there's one. All right, that's kind of a normal looking eyebrow. Now, if someone is angry or if they're looking real serious, what does their eyebrow look like? It kind of arches down a little bit more, huh? So I'm going to do the other side of the face now. I'm going to have this one kind of arching down a little bit, kind of like that. Got to get those little hairs in there. That's called texture. When you draw something and make it look like the way it would feel. All right, see how that eyebrow looks just a little bit angrier, more serious than the other one. All right, we've got two more to go. What else do we want to do? How about surprised? So let's draw one. I'm going to draw one at least. You don't have to. Where the eyebrow is kind of up a little bit more. And maybe it kind of goes down this way. Fill it in with the hairs. Surprise! All right. Oh, this paper's a little big. Let me tear it down some. Okay. And what else? Maybe we'll just do another. Let's see, which side was that? That was here. So I'll do one for this side now that's a little bit more surprise too. I've got so many things here. I've got such a big pile of stuff. This is going to be really fun to put it all together. I can't wait. But first, what are we missing? What do we still need? I think we need some ears, maybe? Yeah, probably would be a good idea. All right. Let's see here. What color do we want? What haven't I used yet? I'll try this turquoise. Okay, so on this paper, I'm going to draw one ear. Be a big ear. And then if you look, the good thing about drawing a face, we all have one. So if you don't know how to draw something, just go look in a mirror. Or if you have a phone, you can look at yourself, like you're going to take a selfie. But just go look in a mirror. That's the easiest way to draw your face. Usually there's just some lines inside. You can draw however you want. It doesn't matter. And let's see. Should probably color it a little bit. Maybe light yellow. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're making something here that is almost kind of an abstract face. So don't worry about making it perfect. We're just having fun. All right, there's one ear. Let's see. There we go. Beautiful. And let's do one more for the other side. I think I'll do this one on yellow. Try a different color. Use purple for this one. Maybe we'll do some earrings. Make this one a little fancy. Because why not? And I'm going to color this ear green. Looking good, looking good. All right. Anything else? Maybe some hair. We might want to give our person some hair. This is what my hair looks like in the morning, first thing. Bedhead. You guys can't see that too good, can you? There we go. Does your hair look crazy in the mornings too? That's that is quite a hairdo. I'm going to tear a little bit off of that so that it'll be easy for me to add it into my collage. Tear a little off the top. Oh, lost a spike. So how are yours coming? I cannot wait to see them. This is going to be so much fun. All right. There's my bed head. Oh, I kind of just want to like attach this to my head and wear it around. That's a good look. All right. I think that's enough stuff. Now, let's put it all together. You want to? I'm going to get my big white paper back. Ta-da! Let's make a face. You ready? Now, there's lots of different ways you can put it all together. When you make a collage, some artists like to use glue. Glue works great, so if you want to use glue, that's awesome. But I want to use tape for mine. This is just regular Scotch tape. And the reason why I like to use tape is because I want to be able to take things off and move them around and maybe even create whole different faces, especially since we have options. So let's start. Let's see. Man, there's so many things to choose from. All right, I've got my eye. So I'm going to start with that. I might tear a little bit off this paper just so it'll fit better. Okay. And I'm not going to use a lot of tape at first because in case I want to move it, it'll be easier if I don't use too much tape. So we'll put one eye right there. All right. See, I already changed my mind. I want this eye over here. Don't ask me why, that's just how I feel. And this eye right here. This is a very Picasso Cubist look already. Because look how weird those eyes look together with one from the side and one from the front like that. It's okay. Why not? There's no rules. You can do anything you want in art. All right, now if it really was a Picasso, instead of putting the nose here, he might put it up here, off to the side, sideways. You put your nose wherever you want. You can be silly, or you can make it look more normal, more natural, whatever you want. I'm going to put mine a little crooked just to make it kind of more interesting. A little bit more like a Picasso Cubist picture. Crooked nose. All right, I'm going to use another piece of tape because I'm pretty sure that is where I want it. Now comes the big question. Which mouth? Do we want happy mouth or serious mouth? I think happy mouth. Yeah, I'm going to trim it down a little bit so it'll fit better. You can also use scissors too. I'm just doing it the the easy way or maybe the hard way, depending how you look at it. But I also like the way that collages look when they have some torn edges to them instead of having everything cut out really perfect. I think it makes them look a little more interesting sometimes. There we go. All right, let's tape that mouth on and see how that looks. You ready? I'm excited. I might do it a little crooked too. There we go. All right. Now we've got ears, hair, and eyebrows left. I like that eyebrow right there. What do you guys think? It's kind of funny because it's a more serious or angry looking eyebrow combined with that big smiley mouth. So we've got a whole mix of emotions going on here. We're allowed to feel more than one emotion at the same time, aren't we? Maybe I'll even use a different kind of eyebrow on this side, and that'll make it even more, it'll give it even more of a variety of expressions. All right, let's stick that one up there. Oops, a little crooked. Not that it matters. All right, time for ears. Gonna trim a little off here. My stuff's so big that I'm gonna have to have my ear sticking right off the paper. That's all right, you can do that. There's no rule that says that your picture has to stay inside the paper. Your picture can be as big as you want. I mean, you don't want to draw on your table, but if you have paper there, tape it on, make it bigger. That's okay. All right, I've got another ear. Let's stick that one on. I'm going to put it a little crooked too, just to make it a little more interesting. Let's see, we'll tape you there and there. All right, now, finishing touch, crazy hairdo. All right, let's tape this on and see how it looks. Now, it's up to you at this point. You can be done. Or sometimes when I'm making a collage, after I get everything collaged onto it, sometimes I like to go in and actually draw a little bit more on it. So I might come in here and just kind of draw like a little bit more of the side of this head, maybe draw a little chin. That's totally up to you. Kind of just helps to pull it all together a little bit. Maybe draw, I'm going to give my person some facial hair. Make them look even more interesting. This is a pretty crazy, fun looking person, isn't it? His beard's going right into his ear. We'll just let it go right on up to the hair. Why not? Ta-da! It's a masterpiece! Look at that person. Now, what would you do if you saw this person walking down the street? I think I'd want to hang out with them. They seem pretty fun to me. Now, when you finish, and you don't have to be done now, you can take all the time you want. You could work on this all day if you want to. And you know what's really cool? It never actually has to be done. Because you might decide tomorrow that you want your person to have a different emotion, and you can just pop off that mouth or whatever other part you want. And boom, different person, different expression. Now they're a little bit more serious. See, this never has to be finished. You can just change it to maybe match your mood, how you're feeling that day. You can make as many different versions as you want. That's one of the things that I think is really fun about this project. And you can fill up a wall with all kinds of different faces to match all your different moods. But when you do feel like you're done, or if you feel like you're finished with this piece, if you want to, you don't have to, but I always like to sign my artwork when it's finished. So I'm going to write Mr. Paul down here in the corner. And that's how I know that my piece is finished, at least for now. But I might come back and work on this some more. You never know. I hope that you guys had a whole lot of fun making our wacky collage faces today. I would love, love, love to see your artwork. So be sure to post pictures of it and tag Palenke Arts, tag Art with Mr. Paul, or you could send them to me in a message and I'll share them. I love seeing your artwork. If you enjoyed this video, if you want to share it with other people, you can share it on your own Facebook pages. We want to get as many people involved making art with us as possible. Every week we get more and more people joining us. If this is your first week here, welcome. I hope you had so much fun today. We do this every single Friday at 2 o'clock Pacific time. All summer long, we're going to keep going into the fall as long as they let me. I'm going to keep doing this because I really love hanging out with all of you guys and making art together. It's the highlight of my week, and I sure hope that you enjoyed it too. Until next time, have a wonderful, creative, awesome week, okay? Bye, everyone!